Hey everyone, Mark Carroll here with Matterport, and I'd like to talk to you about how to capture using the Leica BLK360, but making sure that the operator stays out of the view of the unit. It's important to make sure that the person operating the device does not stay in the view of the camera or the laser, because that information, the person standing there, will come up as 3D data. The goal is to capture the 3D data of the space and not the person. The person, of course, will become 3D data, and that can confuse the whole process. So to start with, when you turn on your iPad and you connect it to the device, the first thing you want to do is know the password for the Wi-Fi. It's located on the rear of the unit, behind the door, written on this small sticker. It's numbers, it's letters with a hyphen between them. Make sure to do it in all capitals and include the slash, the lines, the hyphens. Whatever's listed on there in capital with the hyphens will be included in the password. Once the device is connected, it will show you on the screen that you can capture 3D scans. So what I'm going to do is first position myself on the correct side. I always want to stay on the Leica side of the device. This is because there is no sensor facing in this direction. So if I stand here with the Leica logo facing me, the camera or the laser will not pick up my information. The rear of the camera has several spots that are imaging. 1, 2, 3. There are a number of cameras. And this is facing the direction where the snapshot will take actual images. It's important to not be on this side of the device when it's capturing images. In the center of the device is the laser. It spans the entire range of the room in a circle-like shape. From the bottom here to the bottom here, and everything all the way around the whole place is being captured in a fan-like setting, like a wave that sets up and sprays everywhere in a very fine line. So when this rotates around, it'll capture everything directly ahead and directly behind and all the way around. So the operator needs to stay out of that view. The best way to do it during the laser system capture is to stay on either the image camera side or the Leica side. And again, the reason is because when the laser is operating, the cameras are not operating. So you're able to stay on that side. I'm going to run a scan right now, but what I want you to do is pay attention to the operation of the unit. When I press this, it's going to do almost a full rotation first, and then it will begin the camera process, the image snapping part. When the images are being snapped, the laser is not being used. Second from that, the second rotation, the images will not be taken. It will just be the laser. So it's a separate rotation for each functionality. First the imaging, and second the laser section. So what I'll do is do exactly what the operator should do. Stay out of view of the entire device while capturing, and the first is the imaging. So I'm going to press it, and it's going to rotate one full rotation. So I'll stay here and not walk around. Notice the colors. It was green, and now it's yellow. The yellow means it's operating. It's taking its snapshots. You're going to notice it do moves. It's going to start to rotate. Right now it's taking pictures, and it's moving slowly. You can see it just move. Now I'm moving around, making sure to be on this side of the Leica logo and the Leica on-off button. Watching the unit as it moves. I can note on my iPad that the wheel is filling. The red line is going around the circle. I still move, still moving. Watching the device, watching the laser. Mind my feet. Don't knock into the device, of course. Carefully step around the unit. Moving once again. When it gets to halfway on the wheel, it will turn green and then transfer to the laser operation. During that time, it will also do a slight half turn. I think these turns are for calibration purposes. It's nearly finished with that first section of the imaging. In total, this scan takes about 4 minutes. Staying on a view of the image, camera capture. Halfway, look for the green, green, yellow, there it is. Now it's going to do a slight rotation again. I'm going to walk behind it. Now you'll note on top there is a white light on the rear side of the camera. You'll see it as it comes around. It's now shooting a laser across the entire room. So I want to be on this side of the unit so I'm not getting in the way. It's grabbing everything there, everything over there, everything up top. I'm on this side, I'm not being captured. Watching the unit, watching the scan on the device. It's moving slowly, more slowly than the imaging process. The camera does not rotate as fast. With the camera process, it moves a little quicker. See how slowly it's rotating? It's capturing everything. It's doing millions of points are being recorded right now. It's 3/4 finished with the time. Based on my iPad, watching the unit, watching the iPad. Keep in mind, you can also stand on the opposite side of the device during this time. The opposite side with the imaging cameras, those are not being operated right now, so you're able to stand on the opposite side right now. During the imaging time, the first rotation, you have to stay on the Leica on-off button side of the device. It's nearly finished right now. It just went green, so it means this scan is finished. It's now transferring from the device over Wi-Fi to my iPad. And now I can pick the unit up and move it to the next location. With the BLK360, I would typically take 15 paces, steps, big steps. 1, 2, 3. Take your steps, 15 typically. You can push it further. Sometimes you do it less distance because of the conditions in the field. But this can go that far distance. So picking it up and counting 15 paces to walk off to that next scan location, and then continue that same process. The capture time is 4 minutes approximately, and then transferring the data from the device to the iPad takes anywhere from just a moment to several minutes. This is dependent typically on the Wi-Fi conditions in the space. Most times it's very quick. 2-3 minutes, that's it. Sometimes it takes slightly longer, but if you note where a Wi-Fi hub is located in the space, one can move away from that Wi-Fi hub and the user can see it increasing its speed on their device. The transferring time. This transfer time is expected and it is consistent with the usage of the BLK360 in most conditions. This is nearly completed, and when it's transferred over, this will be the first scan of the process. During this time, an operator can do things like note windows and cut edges. They are some of the features that are turned on during this transfer process. So a user is able to do extra work while the data is transferring. And now it's completed. The scan has been captured, and then you can start once again. But I hope this is helpful. Please feel free to contact me anytime. Thank you.